What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. We're going to talk about everything we need to talk about in this stream. So I see some of the Gennady Golovkin man fans really taking this loss hard. Listen, it's a good fight. Close to some. You know? I feel the right person won. But it's not no grave robbery or something to the point where, you notice, like, after the first fight, Golovkin fans, probably Team Golovkin, they were saying stuff like, oh, we need to petition the decision. After Ward Kovalev, saying stuff like, we need to petition the decision, get judges fired, things like that. Notice with this second one, people are still screaming robbery, but nobody's talking about getting judges fired for their scorecard. That's all too telling. Why did you want judges reprimanded for the first fight, but then now people are screaming robbery? You know, Tom Loeffler's like, I don't know if we could win a decision in Las Vegas. Okay, so why don't you want judges fired this time? Because they know deep down inside that it wasn't controversial like the first fight. You know, just with this, it's the same thing they try to do to Ward Kovalev. First fight, controversial, yes. Second fight, they try to create a narrative, create a controversy, because all that bullshit y'all said in between the first fight, after first fight happening, and the second fight did not live up to what you said. You know, fight Mexican style, all the fans making predictions. It simply didn't live up to it. You know, I tried to watch your stream for yesterday, but it doesn't load on YouTube. Well, there's people leaving updated comments, so I mean, it's working for them. Maybe restart your phone. I'm not sure, but it's getting, people are leaving comments, and they were talking about the video. You know, stuff I said midway through. So, you know, I don't know what happened. Why you can't watch it. Ward hit him on the belt line. You don't know shit about boxing. Williams Diaz. He said Ward did low blow him. So Kovalev, and the other thing is, y'all keep talking about this low blow dumb shit. Ward hurt him with the right cross, which is a punch. That wasn't low. And he was still hurt. Still hurt. You know? So you guys could do this for every big fight. But over here, we're not doing that. Like, you know, I'm sure there will be a fight where I talk about some legit controversy, you know, but you guys try to make every single big fight controversial. Every single big, listen, like, it's like this is the new 2018 rule. If nobody got knocked down or knocked out, it's controversial in a high profile fight. Ward Kovalev 1 and 2. They tried to make it like it was controversial. Canelo 1 and 2. Try to make it controversial. Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, controversial. Sean Porter versus Keith Thurman. They're like, oh, I had Sean win. And someone's like, oh, I had Keith Thurman win. Every single high profile fight, you know. Even Anthony Joshua, Joseph Parker. I was hearing, oh, Joseph Parker won. And, you know, the referee did do a bad job. So people were complaining about that. You know, it's either that, a premature stop it. Like, I'm not doing all this. You guys could do that, you know, but keep that on your channel. You talk about all these fake controversies. Make sure you guys come in and smash the like button. We just working. We getting some of that good work. Do you think it's fair that Canelo was forced to fight Triple G? I don't even understand the question, to be honest. Was it fair? I mean, and like, no offense to you guys leaving questions, but what is the relevance of the question? The fact is they fought. They were both good fights. Second fight better, in my opinion. But who cares if he was forced or wasn't fought? I mean, the fact is, I just don't understand the basis of the question, because whether he was forced or he wasn't forced, the fans got treated to two good fights. So, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter if he was forced or not. The thing happened. You get what I'm saying? Like, the people like myself that want to see Wilder Joshua, if they fight, I'm not going to be like, oh, do you think Joshua was forced to fight Wilder? It doesn't really matter at that point. We just want to see him fight. This is it. Maypac in Dubai, I don't know about that. I mean, I know Pacquiao has tax troubles. So maybe, but I don't see that being I don't know. I don't really see that. Floyd ain't fought outside of Vegas in how long? Now all of a sudden he's gonna accommodate Pacquiao and go to Dubai to fight. This ain't Fast and Furious 7 and shit. I doubt he's going to Dubai. Just my opinion. Yeah, a lot of people taking that Triple G loss hard. Like, and the funny thing is, it's most of the people that I seen that were saying that Triple G was pound for pound number one. They were saying things like Canelo, Alvarez, at least the regulars that or people who have YouTube channels, the usual suspects, or people whose username I remember. They were doing it. Oh, Canelo, he's a cheat. So we see why they doing it. Why they upset about it. I mean, if you try to tell the public, Triple G was pound for pound number one, and then he just lost to a smaller man and got backed up by a smaller man, would you want to face the music? When you were saying all that Canelo shit and all that, would you want to now turn around and admit that after controversy, Canelo came with a better game plan? After you said he looked scrawny and he was getting knocked out because he's off peds, would you want to come to face the music and be like, oh, even though I said he's off peds and he's looking skinny, he's going to get destroyed? Even though I said at the weigh-in he ran up on Triple G because he was scared and it was really nervous energy, because when have you seen Canelo act like that, right? Canelo can't use his cheating gloves. After you said all that, would you really want to be wrong? I see this is why people are trying to create controversy, because they said all of this shit and they know now that what they have been advocating and what they have been saying doesn't really make sense anymore. What happened to Canelo had nervous energy at the weigh-in. He didn't look nervous from round one. He was walking Golovkin down, the bigger man. So where I'm from, that's what people call saving face. You have to save face, and you have to find some new reason why it happened. Instead of just, it would be too simplistic to just be a person with integrity and say, damn, Canelo showed up. He really showed me some things I didn't think he would be able to do. It was a good fight. Golovkin showed heart, had a late rally, great fight. That's too easy. They want to complicate it. They want to be like, oh, Triple G, he got robbed. His own trainer's not saying he got robbed. His own trainer said he scored at a draw. So, listen, in a 12-round fight, a draw would be 6 rounds apiece. So, one judge had it 115 to 113. So, if Abel himself had to fight a draw, why would it be out of the question in a fight like that to conceive that 2 judges had Canelo winning an extra round from what Abel Sanchez, who trains Golovkin and, loves Golovkin as a son and whatnot, right? Why would it be inconceivable that 2 people actually scored an extra round for Canelo than what Abel Sanchez did? I mean, that's very telling. People screaming robbery. Abel Torres, excuse me, email me, directed by ego, or hit me up on Instagram inbox or Facebook, my Facebook like page. If you're interested in the hat, I'm just gonna start doing like some pre-sales until I get the ball rolling, and you know, people will hit me up. Hold on, y'all. So if Abel Sanchez himself had the fight a draw, it's not out of the question to see that somebody else could have seen an extra round differently. Especially like you look at like round 1. Some people gave that to Golovkin, but I think Canelo was doing some good work in there too. You know? Hold on one second, y'all. YouTube got to step there. They're live streaming up. Hold on one second. I mean, that's super narrow-minded when you have Golovkin's own trainer saying it was a draw, but the judges all had it close or a draw. You know, one judge had it a draw, so that means they agreed with Abel. And then 2 other judges had Canelo barely winning, 115, 113, I think it was. So, I mean, that robbery shit is done. Nobody believes that it was a robbery. People are, again, when you talk all this shit, nobody wants to face the music and be like, fuck, I was wrong. Because you thought, listen to what they say. They said Canelo was getting knocked out. They said he was getting knocked out. So, I mean, you were way off because Canelo got hit with good shots. Even in the round 10, that was probably Golovkin, one of his greater moments in a round when he hit him with a big shot. And then after, he missed like 14 punches in a row. So, you know, it is what it is. But all the griping and look at press row, how they scored it, I don't care. Like I said, I'd rather any day be on the side of fighters that I respect, the Andre Wards, Mikey Garcia, Roberto Garcia, a 2-time former world champion, Marco Antonio Barrera, Juan Manuel Marquez, Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., right? Charlo, Errol Spence, Derek James, you know, Amir Khan, Billy Joe Saunders said it was no robbery. So, you know, I'm sure there's a couple fighters that had it for Triple G as well, but people I've heard actually break it down, not just post about it. This is my final thing. Explain your scorecard. You know, not just like, oh, I watched it and this is what happened. I want to hear people, you know, how they broke it down. Because I really didn't even see what everybody was seeing. I'll watch it again, and if my opinion changes, you guys will be the second to know. I'll know, and then you'll be the second to know. But I highly doubt it because, I mean, I didn't watch the fight with no agenda. I didn't watch the fight with no prerequisites. I told you I thought Golovkin won the first fight, but it was closer than what people said, you know. And I thought Canelo won the second fight, you know. So Canelo was walking him down. Like, what else do you have to do? And you know what the funny thing? Smash the like button, people. We working. We getting that. What is it? Tuesday? We getting that Tuesday work. This is the funny thing. This is how idiotic some of the people's statements are. I told you this fight was like Eddie Murphy movie Trading Places, where he was poor and then he switched with the rich people, right? Criss Cross, Trading Places, Freaky Friday, right? First fight, Golovkin was putting all this pressure and presence on Canelo. Canelo was backpedaling, getting off combinations, you know, 1s, 2s, 3s, and then backing up, using his legs. They said he ran. Now in the second fight, he does a 180, and he walks Golovkin down for majority of the fight, constantly pushing him back, Any jab or whatever Triple G was throwing, right? He walks through it. Even the big shot in round 10, he walked through it, still mindful of his defense in that round, right? And the people somehow had this is how I know it's emotions with a lot of you guys. Triple G won because of his aggression. And if you're really honest, Triple G was missing a lot, even with his aggression. You know, they were both hesitant. Canelo was actually more accurate with his power shots when he was stalking forward. So I think Canelo actually did a better job stalking in general than Triple G did in the first fight, right? Somehow the Triple G man fans in the first fight, they gave him the fight because they liked what he was doing with the aggression and stalking forward. And they said, hey, you can't win a fight on the back foot. Then when the roles are reversed, somehow your method of scoring changes. It changes. And now you favor the guy who's jabbing. I mean, this is the type of shit HBO be doing. That's why nobody believes in their commentary unless it's a fighter speaking, like Roy Jones Jr. You know, Harold Letterman, if it's, who knows? If it's Maidana versus, I know that wasn't on their network, but I'm just giving an example. If Maidana was fighting Mayweather, he would act like Maidana's winning all these rounds because of Maidana's aggression. You know, if it's Kovalev versus Ward, he's gonna act like because Ward got knocked down, Kovalev's definitely commanding and in charge. But then when Lomachenko was on the network and he would box, then they would somehow favor that anyway too. You know. Or if Chocolatito is fighting Rungvisai, and Rungvisai in the first fight was mad aggressive, and Chocolatito was kind of boxing more, they would still favor Chocolatito. That can't be real. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter who's fighting, how does your method of scoring change? You know, well, so if Chocolatito's getting backed up by Rungvisai because he don't give a fuck and he's a big puncher, you still give the fight to Chocolatito. When Chocolatito was fighting Carlos Cuadras and he was the aggressor and Cuadras was lumping up his face, but he was doing it on the back foot and boxing, you still gave it to Chocolatito. This is the same thing we're seeing with Triple G. Golovkin's the aggressor. He pushes the pace that you like, the action, backs Canelo up, forces Canelo to pot shot. You give the fight to Golovkin. Then when Canelo does it, he's the aggressor. He's landing meaningful body shots, combinations, punching in combination. Triple G's backing up for large chunks of the fight, only jabbing, not putting anything behind the jab, not hooking off the jab, nothing, right? Somehow Triple G still wins. So to me, that shows an error in the score, because no matter what Triple G's doing, you're more impressed with it, even though your scoring criteria from what you explained in the first fight was this. But now that another person is doing this, you like that. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not even gonna try to match wits with somebody like that, because they can't compete with me. You know? They can't compete with me because that doesn't make sense. Either you score like this or you score like that. You don't, when a fighter I like is fighting like this, it's this. But if the guy I'm rooting against is doing it, then I like that. That's not how boxing works. It's not how boxing scoring works. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's look. You know, I'm the king of analogies. I got one for y'all. This is a little simple one. Let's say a guy. Name a hair color? I'll let you do. This is an interactive live stream. Name a hair color: brunette, black hair, brown hair, blonde hair. You guys name a hair color on a woman. I got an analogy for y'all. I'm killing y'all, motherfuckers. Okay, I'm killing y'all. Y'all know shit about okay, blonde. Couple answers said blonde. All right. If a dude has a crush on blonde, like that's his preference. Like he's just like, man, I don't know, something about these blondes. It just does it for me, right? I love women with blonde hair. Guess what? It doesn't matter if they're from New York. It doesn't matter if they're from Cali, if they live locally, if they live somewhere. If she meets your criteria and she's a blonde and that's what you prefer, it doesn't matter where they're from or where they look. If they look how you like, then you like it. Am I, you know what I'm saying? Am I wrong? You sound stupid. Someone said Ego loves white women. Even though I let you guys vote on the hair color, so you sound like a moron. Right? It doesn't matter where the blonde is from, you know, like, oh, she's from the Bay, oh, she's from Brooklyn. I mean, if she looks good and you like blondes, then you like blondes. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. Same thing with like Harold Letterman, all these whack ass scorecards that aren't explained. You know, tell Harold Letterman to, instead of be like, okay, Jim, and all this shit, tell him to, like, in the telecast, give Harold's, you know how they do Harry's corner, pause, or Harold's corner, or whatever the fuck, right? Do that in the middle of the telecast and see how many people you turn off. Tell him to break, like, really, just give him a whole segment of where he's breaking down round by round. Take notes, break it down so we can hear. Well, I want to hear your boxing brain, to hear why you're doing that, not just like a quick, you know, 10-second synopsis. I'm talking about let's hear your detailed breakdown of why you gave this round to this guy. Like I said, if you like blondes, you like blondes. That's what it is. It's not, I only like blondes from California. You know, if you like blonde hair, Harold Letterman, typically, he's always favored the aggressor, the action fighter. But then when it's certain other fighters on the network who aren't fighting the action style and somebody's bringing the action to them, all of a sudden he likes the counterpuncher. He likes the guy in the back foot. That's how a lot of you motherfuckers score. That's not how boxing works. You know? So it's basically whatever you want whenever you want it. You know, Burger King, have it your way. Man, the man fans is out here thick. He said AJ won't lose to anyone. Who says that? You know, real talk. Who just says that? Someone like someone's incapable of losing. Anyway, that's my thoughts on Triple G. It was a good fight. People are trying to make it controversial, but it really is not. You know, all these people favor Golovkin in the first fight because of his aggression and putting the pressure on. Canelo did that, but he did it with more accuracy, and he had. And look at, like, we're talking about effective aggression. That is actually a metric for scoring. Triple G, he was doing all that and putting all that pressure on Canelo. This is why I said the fight was closer. A lot of y'all motherfuckers don't know shit about boxing. Triple G put all this pressure. Just here, oh my gosh. I just thought of the point. Y'all can't, this shit new media, Ego's Army. If y'all want to hear this brilliant point, I just thought of something real good. Can I get a hell yeah? If y'all want to hear this point, can I get a hell yeah? I need a hell yeah. Oh my gosh. I just thought of something. I just thought of something good. Kennedy Linder, James Souza, shout out to y'all for holding it down in the shooter. We got that shooter network. Listen to this. This is why I said Canelo Triple G 1 was closer, a lot closer than people said. People, and I just said earlier on this stream, notice how I said they kind of switched roles. The first fight, Canelo was the one backing up off the back foot and stuff, but he was landing combinations. He wasn't just jabbing. Triple G was fighting off the back foot in the rematch, but he was just jabbing for most of the fight. You know, the first half of the fight, I guess you could say. First 7 rounds. That's primarily the go-to punch. It's a good jab, but that was it, right? This kind of, if you think about it, proves what I'm talking about. If Triple G was so effective aggression, that's actual criteria they're supposed to be looking at. If he was so effective, how come his face, Canelo's face at the end of the first fight looked like nothing, because another scoring criteria is defense. And although Triple G kept plowing forward in the first fight, Canelo has a good defense. Therefore, he wasn't getting hit with full shots each and every time out. If Triple G hits you frequently, often, you're probably going to get knocked out, or at the very least, if you're really tough, your face is going to show the aftermath. But notice when Canelo was the aggressor in the rematch, since Triple G, like I've told you, doesn't have a defense or much of a defense, just subtle shifting or something, but not no like immaculate defense. That's why his face bore and wore the scars of being in that type of war. Canelo's face in both fights looked better than Triple G's face in both fights. Because once again, one of the scoring metrics is defense. So a lot of you guys praise Triple G for moving forward in the first fight, but you have to consider how effective it was, because he never even he didn't hurt Canelo in the first fight. It didn't look like anything major. I think he hurt him more in the second fight when Canelo got tired. Canelo's face didn't wear no. Again, that's because he has a defense. Triple G doesn't have a defense. Listen, if they fight a third time, especially how hard Triple G fans and Triple G are taking it, I'm picking Canelo probably by TKO. Straight up. Book it. Unless something major changes, it's kind of premature. I don't know if Canelo fights David Lemieux in between or something, but if they fight next, I would pick Triple G to lose by knockout. TKO. Straight up. So, I mean, people scored the fight for Triple G in the first fight based on his aggression, but you have to really consider how accurate and how effective it was, because, like I said, he never really hurt Canelo. He never really tore up Canelo's face, and he's a hard puncher. So obviously Canelo's defense had to be on par, because if it's not on par, fighting a puncher. Look at Gabe Rosado. You know what I'm saying? A warrior. But look at Gabe Rosado. Look at his face when he fought him. Look at Ishida. He got knocked out smooth. Look at Martin Murray's face. I believe he had a bloody nose or some shit. You don't just endure a Triple G beat down with no defense and still not get knocked out or not show the effects of Triple G's punches. So obviously Canelo's defense was on point. I gotta watch the first fight again, because live I had Triple G winning, but I gotta watch it again, because we have to. Effective aggression is actually something. We got to see how effective he was being in there. Period. I'm done. Anybody have any questions so we can move on from Canelo Triple G 2? I've said my piece. You guys believe whatever the hell you want, but we'll see. Put Triple G. If you think Triple G was robbed in both fights and all this stuff, then he should have no problem jumping right in with an elite level name like Charlo, Demetrius Andre, Billy Joe Saunders winner, right? Fight Derevyanchenko, Daniel Jacobs in a rematch if he wins. Just jump straight into elite competition. If you can't get Canelo, don't move out of the division. And if you do move out of the division, fight Zurdo Ramirez. Fight a top level name. Fight an elite level name in that division right now. And we'll see. Because just like I said with Kovalev, notice people cried, oh, Ward, low blow, Kovalev. I told you immediately after that fight, if you think Kovalev lost off of low blows, he should have no problem fighting Dimitri Bivol, the Badu Jacks. Jump in there with elite level competition, because in your mind, you didn't truly lose the fight. So it shouldn't have done nothing to your confidence, and you don't have no reason to regroup. So if Triple G fights another Vanes Martirosyan type of person, and his team picked that, somebody not elite like a Charlo, then we know that it's not true. He was in a war. And see, listen, I'm not saying I'm realistic. I don't think Triple G should fight an elite person next. I think he should, test some things out, get his confidence back. That's what I think. But what I'm saying to you, because I know a lot of people like to confuse what I say with hate. What I'm saying is, if Team Triple G, in their heart of all hearts, feel they won the fight, if the fans feel it was a robbery, if Tom Loeffler feels that Las Vegas is the only reason that they lost because they can't get a decision versus Canelo in Las Vegas, then if you don't fight Canelo next, you should jump right into elite level competition, because in your mind, you should be good. You didn't get knocked out. You didn't get knocked down. Rest your body and then jump right back into the, title shots and stuff. Get a belt back. So if he fights like Vanes Matarosin or, Macaulay Culkin and all these other people he used to fight, then we'll know that what they're saying is not true. And they know that he needs to get some confidence back. And that'll indicate. So I'll be watching. If he retires or something, then if he can't get the Canelo fight and he retires, then you already know what's up. If he moves out of the division, unless he's fighting an elite level name like Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez, something like that, then you'll know what's up. If he takes a tune-up, then you'll know what's up. Period. Any more questions about Canelo Triple G? We're about to move on. Triple G, Billy Joe Saunders at Wembley, love it. If Billy Joe Saunders gets past Demetrius Andrade, who I don't know if he'll beat, but I rate Andrade. So if he gets past him, he definitely deserves a Triple G shot. And he's the A side, because Triple G don't have a belt no more. So Billy Joe Saunders beat Andrade and has a belt. How is he not the A side? And you got to give props to Billy Joe Saunders. His last 2 fights, if he beats Andrade, he's coming. Demetrius Andrade's from Rhode Island. They're fighting in Boston. Much closer. Boston to Rhode Island is much closer than Boston to UK. And he fought David Lemieux in Canada, where he's from. So, yeah, Billy Joe, if he beats Demetrius Andrade and wants to fight Triple G, he should definitely get a hometown fight because he's been a road warrior. But, again, he has to beat Andrade. And I don't know. I don't know if he does, absolutely. Triple G versus Derevyanchenko. Jacobs loser for the fight. First fight back would be all right. No, but see, this is inconsistent then. There's no reason to take a tune-up if you got robbed, because you could jump right back into it. Why do you have to fight a Rod Salka when you know in your heart you won? And it was just merely judges. So to me, that stipulates you really don't think you won. If you feel like you have to correct some things and go back to the basics and take a light-ass touch. Triple G, I told you guys don't listen to me. Some of you. The walls are closing in. He's surrounded by good competition, which is what he said he wanted. And now, the ball's in his court. We'll see what he does next. Daniel Jacobs rematch is good. If Derevyanchenko beats Jacobs, that's a certifiable name that no one can take away from him, because Triple G, in my opinion, didn't really beat Jacobs. Whoever wins, Billy Joe Saunders, Demetrius Andrade, is a top level guy, because they're both good southpaws, very good southpaws. We already know Canelo's good, and then Charlo. Block in manual. Listen, the people just saying shit with no substance, I'm not dealing with this right now. I don't know who's streamed. See, and this shows you in the boxing community that they're so content. So it's, damn it, y'all are funny. I be talking and then y'all just say something and it is funny. So it said Triple G versus Angulo. I don't know. They're stablemates. They're not gonna fight, but that was funny. I see what you did there. That man said Angulo and Triple G. Oh my gosh! But I'll be watching Triple G's next move. Good fight. Y'all Really Ugly. So you just come in judging a bunch of men, and you can't see half of them. Hey, Block J, you talking about y'all really ugly. Your personality ugly, and we don't want you here. Seats taken. Block J Art Achel Hueys or whatever the fuck his name is. Get him out of here. All right, moving on. Anthony Joshua Povetkin fight week. I'll be watching this fight too, intently. It's gonna be on DAZN, Sky Sports if you're in the UK. Really? I should have got my coffee. I'm sorry. It's really an interesting fight for me based on what's happening outside of the ring. You know, Povetkin's been super quiet. You know, I ain't heard nothing about Povetkin. So we don't even know what he's doing. He could be having the best camp of his life. Last time I heard some Povetkin training camp life news was that he was sparring with Daniel Dubois. You know what I mean? That was it. That's the last thing I heard. So he's really a wild card. He's a gold medalist with power, could box, you know, has a leaping left hook. Joshua better watch out for that leaping left hook from a shorter guy. You know, he might be on some Mike Tyson shit. So look out for that punch with Povetkin. Povetkin can hurt you for sure. And more on the Joshua side is he got a lot of backlash for not fighting Deontay Wilder. He didn't fight Deontay Wilder and got a lot of backlash for it. So I'm anxious to see how he responds to all that criticism, all that hate mail and hate comments, and people saying Wilder this, Wilder that. It's hard, you know, being a boxer in general, I'm sure is really hard. But to be a boxer with distractions outside of the ring, inside the ring, I'm sure is really hard. Shout out to Get Your Momona Leash, £5 super chat. Thank you. Yeah, to be a boxer with personal distractions and shit like that, it takes a real tough individual to kind of weather that storm. You have to be mentally tough to be a boxer, but you certainly have to be mentally tough when things aren't necessarily going your way outside of the ring. And to me, Joshua's profile is taking a dramatic hit, and they're not going like he's used to being the good guy. People like loving him and saying praise. Oh, you're looking like a beast. You're in shape. Now people are like, man, you looking skinny. You lost weight. Why are you not fighting Wilder? You know, shit like that. Tyson Fury Wilder's a big fight. So I want to see how he channels this and how he just deals with the negativity that he's been experiencing in lieu of Wilder Joshua not happening. You know, can he compartmentalize all that shit? Or is he going to go out there looking to make a statement and, you know, fuck around and make a mistake with Povetkin? Because he's, like, trying to put on a certain type of performance. Listen, I'm telling you, I'm not trying to jinx no situation or anything. But boxing works in mysterious ways. It really does. You know, it's almost like street justice or some shit. Like the Punisher. And I've seen when the politics get in the way of boxing, little weird things happen, and it just like, see? Like even Mayweather Pacquiao didn't want to take a drug test. They went back and forth 5 or 6 years. Pacquiao gets knocked the fuck out in one of the knockouts of the decade, you know, by Juan Manuel Marquez. Right? In between it. So Pacquiao hadn't been knocked out in years. But Mayweather and Pacquiao didn't fight initially, and then in between that time, Pacquiao gets knocked the fuck out. You know, they were half stepping with the Juanma Lopez, Yuriorkis Gamboa fight. Then Orlando Salido upsets Juanma in Puerto Rico, and then they rematch, and then he does it again. You know, weird stuff happens like that. Really weird things happen in the sport of boxing, especially when you try to play God and dictate and prolong and stuff like that. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with Povetkin. Wilder Fury didn't get announced yet. Listen. I don't understand why everyone's making such a big deal of it. What the hell? When is it getting announced? Like we've never had to wait for announcements. You know, like, it's all politics, people. Because Joshua Povetkin had a 24-hour deadline from the WBA, and it took weeks. Took weeks for the fight and flyers and stuff to actually come out and for it to be formally announced. You know, Joshua Joseph Parker were negotiating late 2017, late last year, and it bled all the way over until 2018, just the negotiations. And then at some point they announced the fight was happening at the end of March 31st or whatever. Now all of a sudden Wilder Fury, they're talking about having it in November, December, and people are like, "Oh, where's the announcement? Where's the venue?" It's just like when I was on DBN show the other day. He has a dude from the UK that's working with them, and his name was Farm, and he kept like, I see what they do. It's like the same talking points. They being the people who it sounds like they are skeptical. Like Wilder Fury, I mean, where's the date? Where's the venue? Is it going to happen? I mean, where's the date and the venue? What's taking so long? Frank Warren said after the fight, right? And they sound skeptical. And then I said, you know what? Let's bet. If you don't think it's going to happen, let's bet. What you trying to bet? 1,000 British pound? Then he backed off the block. He was like, no, I'm not saying that. See? People want to elude. They want to pick and poke, but they don't want to actually commit. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get commitment. Pause. I'm trying to get the commitment. You like, put 10 toes down. What do you believe? You know, everybody wants to. It's like one of those personality tests or whatever, you know, that jobs make you do sometimes. And it says, if you had two coworkers and they were arguing, would you say anything to them, blah blah blah, or would you tell if someone was shoplifting, or say your coworker was stealing, would you tell a manager? And it's like, I strongly agree, strongly disagree, or in the middle it says, I don't know, you know, not sure. A lot of y'all on that not sure stuff. They want to play the perfect center. You know, I'm not sure what I would do, because they don't want to be like, they don't want to just say it, and that's what happens. Like when people are trying to like appease too many people. Me, I ain't never been that type really, because I know I can't please everybody. You know, look at this Canelo shit. The whole build-up of the fight, they said, oh, you suck at Canelo's dick. Canelo's getting his ass kicked. He's going to get knocked out. You're fucking stupid. Okay. Then Canelo beats him, and they still say, oh, fuck you. You're a Canelo dick lover. Like, what? So no matter if when my prediction was just a prediction, you said this. And then after, when my prediction was dead on, you're still saying it. So, you know, I clearly can't win, so I might as well just do me, right? I mean, what can I do then? You know, if I had a prediction and y'all said I was full of shit, I was the Canelo dick rider or some shit, and then when the prediction is almost 100% accurate, you say I'm the Canelo dick rider, and then a couple years ago when I didn't like Canelo's whole 2016, the videos are still up. I'm like, why is he fighting Amir Khan? Why is he fighting Liam Smith? Y'all said I was the Canelo hater. You know, it's a never-ending story. Bottom line is, fans are fans, and a lot of them, they want you to be the type of fans they are, like man fans, like where There's no criticism that like, oh, like if you said good things about Canelo on your channel and then he has a piss poor fight or performance or loses to Lada, they want you to cover it up and act like Lada lost because you've said favorable things about Canelo or because you said that you like Canelo. Listen, this is not that type of channel. So if that's what you're ever expecting, I've given Joshua nothing but praise for his whole career, but he's at a point in his career where the things that's happening, the things that's being said, is not what I consider praiseworthy. You know, like now they say, oh, you hate Joshua, but you motherfuckers weren't saying that to me 3 years ago, 2 years ago, even 1 year ago. When he was fighting Klitschko, I didn't have one person in my comment section saying, hey, Ego, you hate Eddie Hearn, you hate Anthony Joshua. So that's why at the end of the day, I'm a made man. I'm solidified in this game because the body of work speaks for itself. Anybody who's actually followed my channel for any length of time, they know. They know I give praise, I give credit where credit's due. If there's something that needs to be looked at, or even criticized, a performance or whatever, I do that. You know, constructive criticize. I'm not out here saying I'm gonna eat somebody's kids or something. So, you know, my G files are intact. I know what I say. I know what I put out there. You can go back to my old shit. You know, very reasonable commentary, in my opinion. But they still say you racist and biased. So, you know, fuck them. We just do us. But the funny thing is this. They say you all these things, yet they continue to watch. And then they, you know, the tongue gets the best of them and they lash out and they say, oh, fuck you, this channel sucks, you're a bitch. You block them and then they come back. Why are you so eager to come back to my channel when there's, I'm sure, thousands of YouTubers that talk boxing at this point? Why come back to me? Why not go to their channel? They're saying everything you want to hear. I'm not, you know, so why even be here? You know, why are you not supporting them? Support the other channels. They need the help more than me. We got a community. We got Ego's Army. Let's go. Karma got AJ in his scope. Hey, you tripping? He said he got him in the scope. Povetkin could knock this dude out, and it would be just desserts. I'm telling you, I've seen strange things happen in boxing, so I'm definitely watching. You know what? To be honest, and I'm not trying to sound harsh, and it wouldn't be all this if Joshua and Eddie Hearn and Barry Hearn didn't handle Joshua Wilder like this. But to be honest, Joshua got to look really good in this fight. You know, if he gets knocked down, you know, all that type of stuff. If Povetkin knocks him down and then he comes back and like the Klitschko fight. Let's say they trade knockdowns, and then Joshua ultimately knocks out Povetkin in a tough ass fight. You know, that's gonna hurt the Wilder fight. Ego, one of your shooters blocked me for no reason. I'm not sure. Just send me a YouTube private message. You know, you guys could do that. First of all, I know some usernames. I remember, like the ones that are like super radical. I remember their usernames, so they not coming back. But if there's like if you think it's a misunderstanding, just send me a YouTube private message with your channel. You know, the channel that got blocked. You know, we're not just out here trying to block innocent people. Sometimes people get blocked on accident because the chat's scrolling up and they're trying to block someone who says something racist, and the chat moves up and then you accidentally, because that's actually happened to me. But I will also say this on behalf of my shooters. Some of y'all think y'all did nothing, but y'all really did do something. You be like, oh, I didn't even do nothing, man. But you were like, you know, saying whatever. Like, yeah, all you N-words. Like, I didn't even do anything. Yeah, except for call us all iggers. You know what I mean? So, if that happens, just hit me up on YouTube. Yeah, I think we have a good ratio. Alex B. Skater Die says 99% of the people who are blocked deserve it. I agree. I stand by my shooters. Like, sometimes we get it wrong. In those cases, send me a message. You know, YouTube, you can send messages now, you know, and I'll check it. But I'm telling y'all, the ones that certain people, I remember their usernames. Like the ones that were saying crazy ass shit. So if you send me a message like, hey, unblock me, and I remember your username, I'm not unblocking you. So you better make sure that you weren't one of those people that stuck out. Because I have a pretty good memory, if you haven't noticed. Nah, ego, it wasn't for nothing. It wasn't me, but it wasn't nothing. Big Ron Finkley got him, so you already know. Oh, well, yeah, the thing is, there's no soliciting here. Listen, YouTube is a free platform and stuff. People be like, oh yeah, go to ES News. He's better and shit like that. My shooters aren't gonna tolerate that because there's no soliciting. Like, I'm not going over there. You know, Ellie's my dude too. I'm just using him as an example. Shout out to ES News. I'm not hating, but I'm just saying, like, we talking our talk. We talking what we talk. Pensacola, we talk tonight. You know, so it's like there's no soliciting. You can't go. I can't go in front of C's Candy and start selling my own candy with no permit, you know? So we're not having that. You can't do no soliciting. Like, why do you have to come here and then, especially when you're not even a part of the regular conversation, you know, like you're not leaving anything else. And then the only comment you do leave is, hey, yeah, John Doe Boxing has the best boxing talk. You know, that sounds kind of like a diss. You know, why would you have to come to my shit to tell people about John Doe Boxing? Listen, YouTube doesn't work like that. I'm trying to help y'all. If people come into my stream, people go to Ellie's stream, that's where they want to be. You putting, hey, follow my channel, subscribe to me. Nobody give a fuck about that. They came to see Ellie. They came to see him in the Robert Garcia gym or something. That's how that works. So that soliciting stuff, don't do that. Because if you do that, then there's a chance my shooters see it and you get blocked. You know what I mean? Listen, there's ways, there's an SEO, there's ways to search. People could get to any other channel. Like, especially when you're not even saying the channel that I'm even affiliated with. And I'm not really affiliated with many other channels other than like DBN, Dante's Boxing Nation. We started this new media thing. You know, I was on his show, so I plug him too, and he plugs me. So, you know, that's different. But don't be name dropping. We see, that's what I'm saying. We don't. Bottom line is this: no clout chasing. That's it. No clout chasing. You know, don't be riding no one else's coattail, because I don't do that. I don't go on other people's boxing like, man, fuck all this. Fuck what they talking about. Come to Boxingego. Come to Death Row. You know, I'm not doing that. So show me the same courtesy. Show Ego's Army that same courtesy. Anyway, Joshua Povetkin, very interesting fight. Come to Death Row. Any of y'all artists want to remain artists? Don't want to have to worry about executive producer. All in the video. Dancing. Come to Death Row. Death Row East. Believe in that. Oh, Hamza, he got the clapping. Oh, they fighting. They fight World Star. He said, I remember you. It happened yesterday. You were promoting another channel and got dealt with. Bow. See, that's what happens. Now you know. See, my shooters be on point. See, sometimes they get it wrong, but they snipers. A lot of times when they hit, they don't miss. Oh, my gosh. We got a World Star. We got shooters versus this dude who got blocked. Hey, how many, listen, I didn't, oh, how many accounts do y'all really have? Cause you just said you on here complaining about you got blocked, but you're on here on somebody's account. Is it like Netflix? Like, do you guys borrow other people's like accounts or something? How many accounts does everybody have? I thought it's like pretty standard, unless you're a YouTuber, to really have one account. But y'all be like, yeah, you blocked my other account. You blocked my previous 6 account. I'm like, how many accounts y'all have? Like, real question. I'm just curious how many accounts y'all be having. Like, yeah, you're trifling. You blocked all of my accounts. It's like Kevin Gates. I got 2 phones. One for the blood, one for the love. Like, what? How many y'all got burner accounts and shit? In case the feds is on you, you can just dispose of it. Y'all got burner accounts. That's too much effort. You be logging in. Fuck Ego. He thinks he can get rid of me that easily. Motherfucker, Ego. I teach that son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Stupid ass motherfucker. I hate light-skinned people. Fuck this dude. I don't like him. Fuck Ego. Why does Ego block me? Y'all be doing that Paul Bearer. Undertaker. Why would Ego block me? Oh my gosh, y'all be having the burner accounts. Undertaker. Why did he block me? I didn't even do nothing. Hey, we run the game, man. We run the game. We the life is like, Undertaker, why you blocked my first account? Shout out to Russell WWF. Fuck WWE. I like WWF better. They used to have these wrestling ice creams. They're like beige. They had like my skin complexion and shit. They were delicious. They're like WrestleMania ice creams. I used to love them. The ice cream man used to sell them. Undertaker. So it said Paul Bearer put Undertaker in an urn. I'm done. Y'all bringing up memories. This shit is funny. Yeah, that Shawn Michaels Sweet Jimmy. I'm not your boy toy. I know I'm sexy. I got the look that drive all though. I'm not your boy toy. He had fireworks and shit in the back. Oh my god. Oh yeah. Oh, go get you to that dude. You. That's a Macho Man would do it. Oh, Hogan, yeah, you said that you. Motherfucker, you having a stroke? Yeah, it was real. Elizabeth, it was mean. Yeah. It was like, damn. Fucking vein coming out of his neck and shit. Rest in peace, Macho Man. You know what's weird about wrestling? Taking the shit. What type of shit you take? I ain't never just been on the. Oh yeah, I need some 2-ply. Yeah. Like, I don't know what type of shit y'all be taking. I never dropped a deuce that violently. The fuck? Someone said taking the shit. I don't know. Well, you must have ate Taco Bell for a month straight or some shit. Oh yeah, Taco Bell. You think you could? Yeah. Mexican pizza, yeah. Like, the fuck? I got a gordita, yeah. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Who was talking shit? Who was talking, yeah? You ever had a shit right before boxing comes out and like, let's get ready to rumble? You're trying to hurry up, trying to rush the shit. Let's get ready to run. You try to wipe your ass real quick. That's happened to me where I could hear the TV in the background and shit. Michael Buffer ass talking about, and in this corner, let's get ready to run. I'm wiping my ass real quick. Try to get out there. You know, on a good fight. I ain't not no like unknown Telemundo. I'm talking about like order the pay-per-view and shit. You try to hurry up all the time. Let's get ready to run. Let's get ready to rumble. You don't even wash your hands sometimes. Like, fuck it. I'll wash it after the 12th round. What does watching DAZN have to do with this? Oh, man. Ego, you crazy? Yeah, I'm crazy. Like y'all don't take shits. I'm just saying, no boxing, no life, motherfucker. I'll wash my hands after. Like Canelo's gloves, no boxing, no life. I didn't say I wouldn't wipe my ass. I'm not that foul. Like, bloop, bloop, bloop. All right, y'all. So, that's some of y'all probably wouldn't even. Some of y'all probably wouldn't even wipe y'all ass. Y'all just go straight into the thing. Like, that's nasty. You got mud butt and shit. Trying to watch Floyd and talking shit about Floyd. Man, fuck him. Look at this runner. Like, you need to run your ass back in that bathroom. That's what you need to run to. Fuck, kill me. Mr. J out of pocket. He said, I'm taking a shit right now. TMI. TMI. Michael Buffer out here eating. I don't know where he's been. I think the Canelo Triple G had like a weird announcer. I don't know where. They're going to do like a hologram. You remember when they did the Tupac hologram? They're just going to have a hologram do the announcements. It'd be like a John Lennon a John Lennon hologram announcing the fight or some shit. Oh, he's contracted to DAZN, so he's not. Damn, HBO. Hey, HBO, Matt. You got to do something, baby. Oh, he's exclusive to DAZN? He said Michael Buffer was the shit until I heard his brother Bruce Buffer. I don't know. Bruce Buffer seems like he's trying. Michael Buffer just like has swag with it. I don't know. Y'all like Bruce better? He'd be like, it's time! He'd be like, God damn. It ain't time for you to do all that. No, Mike, I like. So y'all like that Tekashi shit. Like Bruce Buffer's more Tekashi with it. Like, you know what I mean? How Tekashi be yelling. Bruce Buffer, it's time! Like, yeah, time for you to shut the fuck up. Like, you loud as fuck. He probably keep that volume at the house, waking the babies and shit. Nah, I like. Man, Bruce Buffer need a Sucret, like a throat lozenge. The way he be like literally screaming the shit. I know he better drink some green tea after. I like Mike's just. And the millions around the world. Let me run. Like, I don't know. I think Mike more wavy with it. You know, Bruce is cool. He be getting me pumped though. Yeah, you have no choice but to get pumped. You could be dead and he'll wake you up. This motherfucker loud. It's time. Like shit. I was in a coma, but it is time. Time for me to get up. That motherfucker be screaming. Fucking Ja Rule. What I be without you? Holla, holla. Oh, but dollar. Like, what are you yelling for? Remember Cat Williams? Nigga, why are you hollering? That's how I feel with Bruce Buffer. It's time. Doing all that. Nigga, why are you hollering? We are in a restaurant. Motherfucker yelling and shit. It's murder. It ain't even a question. How my dough flows. I'm good to these bad hoes. Hey, that Bobby Brown and Ja Rule is kind of hard. Y'all can't front that old school Bobby Brown and Ja Rule. Bobby Brown came out the cuts. He was on coke or some shit. And I know you're getting bored dealing with him. Like, what's up with your mouth? I ain't getting bored looking at that mouth, pause. Hey, he was like, and I know you're getting bored dealing with him. I know you miss my thug and the loving. Like, he was tripping. He hopped out of a helicopter. And I know you're getting bored. Like, hey, he was tripping. Go watch that. Ja Rule featuring Bobby Brown. He was just, woo, doing hella extra. He took a hit of that piff and then filmed a video. Cause who the fuck skips out of a helicopter like that? He was sitting down in a helicopter. And I know you're getting bored dealing with him. Woo! Like he was dancing. Hey, that shit was kind of right though. He took a hit. He took a hit of something. I ain't no snitch, but it was pretty evident. Ja Rule was rapping his verse. They was like in a drop top, and Ja Rule, I know you missing my lately, faithfully, you know, rapping his part, and Bobby's just in it. And I know he had that Marlon Wayans "Don't Be a Menace" mouth. What you say about mama? He was tripping in there. I'm about to go watch that. And I know you're getting bored dealing with. Oh my gosh. Hey, that's disrespectful. Like the girl's with a dude and you talking about, and I know you're getting bored dealing. Like I'll beat the shit out you. You trying to convince my bitch that she bored with me. Like that's disrespectful. You gotta see, I listen to song lyrics. Like I need to see what's going on. Some people just like a beat and a melody and shit. They don't listen to what's actually being said. He said, I know you're getting bored dealing with him. Like, what if you have a girlfriend and somebody hated on your shit like that? Talk about, and I know you're getting bored dealing with him. Like, we got to fight now. You trying to steal my man. I say you trying to steal my man. Let's get it, man. Smash the like button. We the livest live stream. We the live stream. You know, like I tried. Tunchi. Then you should check out Joe's Joint or Chico DeBarge. Player hater. Yeah, they tripping. Them R&B lyrics that get you slept in the street. Trying to take someone girl like that. He just called you a boring wimp, basically. Anyway, Joshua Povetkin fight week. Who's getting DAZN? Is on DAZN. Who's getting DAZN? And I know you're getting DAZN to watching him. And I know you're getting DAZN. Who's gonna get DAZN? Who has it already? Someone said fuck DAZN. Look at the hate. Cassius hating. He said, I bet Wilder Fury is going to be a mismatch. Listen, I think it'll entertain. You know, you can say whatever you want. To be honest, let's just keep it all the way a buck. Joshua Povetkin, it could be a good fight, but it has not entertained me at all. Like the build up. What build up? Name something that's happened for Joshua Povetkin aside from Wilder Fury overshadowing it. Name something positive that you've heard, like a interview, like a commercial, gloves are off, anything to build and promote this fight that got you hyped for the fight. Joshua Povetkin. I'm just being real. I see DAZN putting comments on my video. I mean, that's cool as long as y'all paying. But what? Like, it hasn't even been a build-up. You know, at the very least with Wilder Fury, they're doing a press tour. So we're going to at least get a build-up. We're going to get some excitement just off of that. And you hating, talking about it's going to be a mismatch, which you don't know. Tyson Fury is an extreme wild card. Everything that he does is unpredictable. You know, nobody knew he was going to beat Klitschko. I'm not going to say nobody, but a lot of people didn't pick him to be. I didn't even pick him to be. And I'm pretty good with the predictions. You know, I picked Klitschko. And a lot of people picked Klitschko as well, you know, and he surprised everyone. He was in there, shoulder lean, he was in there fainting the fuck out of Klitschko, you know what I mean? Then he does coke. Who does that? Who wins everything they've always dreamed of, and then, yeah, let me do some coke. Yeah, like who does that? But Tyson Fury did that. Then he disappears, gets fat as hell, and people are like, oh, it's over for you, son. Then he loses all the weight and then comes back and, you know, has 2 tune-ups and is challenging Wilder. Everything about Fury has been unpredictable. So, you hating. Now, don't try to back off the blocks now. He said, not saying it's not a good match. I wish Fury had more time. No, we're not listening to that. You hating. Bottom line is Tyson Fury is a good fighter, a good boxer. He weighs more than Wilder. He's bigger than Wilder, and he can box. It's an interesting stylistic matchup, and you hating. Period. Because, like I said, Tyson Fury's whole career has been unpredictable. You know, he's not with his uncle training or whoever. I think he has a new trainer, the Davison or whatever. So, you know, he makes changes. You never know. You don't know what to expect. So that plus the buildup. Joshua Povetkin, where's the buildup? What have you guys seen? Maybe I missed something. Tell me something I should watch, like an interview with Joshua, you know, a training montage, Rocky IV style or some shit for Joshua Povetkin. Where can I get any information about Povetkin? What he's doing? The fight is this week. I'm not talking about fight week media day. You know, I'm talking about like anything. The gloves are off, anything. Joshua Povetkin has had no buzz. It's like a bee with no stinger. It ain't got no buzz. Where is the buzz? I literally have heard nothing. Like Povetkin is back. What is he doing? You know, what's up with Povetkin? Like, how's his camp going? All I heard was the Daniel Dubois thing. You know, and it's going on a brand new app, which is untested in America. Good luck. But the bad guys probably know where you're at. Good luck. Like Martin said in Bad Boys. Yeah, I seen a DAZN trailer, but that ain't no promotion for Joshua Povetkin. It just had Joshua like making faces and sticking his tongue out or some shit. Because I seen the same trailer. Where's the promotion been? And see, this is the thing. Listen, people like you know, Eddie Hearn's like, oh yeah, with DAZN, I think we got blah blah blah. And they always talk about how Errol Spence and Mikey Garcia and basically people would be foolish to not come to them. But you got to really look at it. Like, I'm not saying Eddie's not a good promoter, because I think he's a good promoter, but he's acting like he's like way above the premier boxing champs, and like, you know, he has like all the mistakes PBC made, he's gonna eradicate or whatever. And you look at it, your biggest cash cow is in a fight, and people don't really even know what's going on. They have had no buzz. I promise you, if Wilder Fury happens and gets announced, it will have a greater buzz just because of the personalities. There's no Tyson Fury is already on Instagram talking shit right now. The fight hasn't even been announced. He's like, Deontay Wilder, your bronze bomber, your shit. How he's already talking shit. You know, so imagine when they get into each other's face press tour, they're gonna do like Mayweather McGregor did. You know, Mayweather McGregor Jr. So I just think, you know, they got to do something. You know, same thing with like Golden Boy. They say, oh, Errol Spence and Wilder, they should sign to us. What black fighter do you have? And the reason I say, because you're seeking black talent, not everyone's a certain fit for certain promoters. You know what I mean? And to me, Golden Boy kind of specializes more in the Hispanic Latino fighter. You know, they put more energy, more promotion behind. Who name a black fighter that's with Golden Boy that's buzzing? You know, they say I'm hating, but then y'all can't answer none of these questions. So what is it really? You know, what's really good, as they used to say. Name a black fighter that's popping with Golden Boy. I can name a black fighter that's popping with Eddie Hearn. You know, Anthony Joshua. He still got Kell Brook. You know, obviously Al Heyman, we know black fighters are popping. So, who does Golden Boy have that's black that's popping? Like their careers in it, like, you know, we know when they're fighting, who they're fighting. B-Hop's retired, strike one. Yeah, B-Hop don't count. He's like the alien and telling Canelo don't fight Charlo till he does something. No, we're not. That don't count. See, why would it take this long? Okay, watch. Reverse the question. Name a black fighter that is getting good exposure with Al Heyman. That's signed with Al Heyman. Go. See how long it takes for people. Name an Al Heyman fighter that's black, that's, you know, doing well in their career, getting noticed. You know, people know when they're going to fight next. Arrow, boom. See how people just answer within seconds? You know, so Golden Boy, they have to, like, if you're a lot of these promoters, they're soliciting people, but you have to have a proven track record, you know. And Golden Boy, you know, the mishap in the Canelo Triple G, the hour and a half wait in between the main event, that's an oversight. I think Golden Boy would, in my opinion, they should pull Canelo from HBO, because HBO is not looking like, I mean, unless they can get Canelo hella money through HBO, but I mean, they only did one 24/7 episode, so how much money are they really even investing into their boxing department? If I was Oscar, I would try to take Canelo back to Showtime or ESPN. I mean, I don't know if there's another option, like, you know, Fizzle or some DAZN streaming app, you know, his own streaming app he could do or something like that. But me and Canelo would be out, because it's like HBO is looking like a graveyard for boxing, you know. I don't know if Canelo would be fighting on no fucking DAZN. He said they're going with ESPN or DAZN. I don't know about that. Canelo's too big for an app that's not popular. Canelo's the biggest guy in boxing right now. You think he's gonna fight on DAZN? Hell no. And then that means you have to cut in Eddie Hearn on that. Why would Golden Boy? Y'all just be saying shit. Real talk. Y'all really just say stuff, and then you say it as if you're like efficient and like you know what you're talking about. The other thing is, like I said, Golden Boy, if they go to another network, is between them. If you go to DAZN, you kind of have a middleman, and you got like a person like Eddie Hearn, another rival promoter, I guess you could say, who's going to be entitled to a cut of your money because he's affiliated with it. You know, the DAZN's part of his movement on the boxing side. Canelo ain't going on no goddamn DAZN. I thought that said Cartoon Network. That shit said Canelo Network. They are not going to make no Canelo Network. Um, I had something else to tell you.
And that's Deontay Wilder. He was on the Olympic team. He lost it. There's one kid in America that no one speaks of, and that's Deontay Wilder. He was on the Olympic team. He lost it, the big kid. And I've had the fortune of he's came and trained with me before too. And he's a big kid. He's bigger than Letterman too, but he's got good speed and power. And I think best talent is still going to be Tyson and Deontay Wilder. But there's one kid in America that no one speaks of.
See, they already killing. Wilder just posted that. I just opened up Instagram and seen that. Rest in peace, Emmanuel Stewart, legend. He said there's a kid no one speaks of. He has good speed, good talent, good power. His name is Deontay Wilder on the Olympic team. Lost to a guy from Quebec or somewhere. And he says, I think, the top guys in the division are going to be Wilder and Tyson. So I'm assuming he's talking about Tyson Fury. Because I don't think Mike Tyson was, even fighting at the time when the interview was probably conducted. You know what I mean? Someone told me to go Sky Sports. What am I going to Sky Sports for? Oh, wow. Lennox Lewis says, show who's best, AJ. Oh, my gosh. Is that what you wanted me to see? Lennox Lewis? Whoever put that, is that what you want? Is this what you want? Is that what you want me to see? Lennox Lewis's? Donsel. Is that what you trying to have me check for? Spence Crawford? I have no idea. I got it, but it's too premature. I got to see Crawford. I got to see how he looked. He looked great versus Jeff Horn. I was at that fight. But, he just, there's one fight at welterweight against a guy who had power, durable and stuff, but limited in terms of like overall boxing skill. So let me see a little bit more. Like, it's not that I doubt him. It's just I like to have an informed opinion. So let me see how he does versus Jose Benavidez, guy who's tall, could box, comes from a fight family, etc. Wow, that interview was after Wilder and Tyson Fury sparred Klitschko. Wow. When he was training Klitschko. Damn. See, they're already building up the fight. They're already building up the fight. Good. You have a legend like Emmanuel Stewart, rest in peace, who is supposed to, he's advocating for and saying, hey, he was training Klitschko at the time. He's saying that these are the next guys up, and then now they're about to fight years later. Yeah, they're doing a press tour, and they're supposed to be in London, New York, and then L.A. I have heard no buzz from Joshua Povetkin. And if they announce Wilder Fury on... what are they gonna do? Are they wait? Hey, they petty as fuck if they wait till Saturday. I don't know what they're trying to do, but if they wait till Saturday, that's petty, but it's funny. Shout out to y'all for getting rid of Mando Solo. These dudes can't be fans, man. They're fans of a man. That's why I call it. Listen, nobody was saying man fans before me, so that's my coin shit. But that's why I call them man fans. That's what you like. You like another man particularly. He just said, AJ's the A side, so Wilder better learn his goddamn place. Who talks like that? like you Matchroom or you DAZN or something. Wilder better learn his place. That sounds like some slave talk or some shit. Learn your place, boy. How can you say you're a boxing fan? You know? I mean, even when I was on DBN and we were talking with Farm, it's like this is what I don't understand about people. The biggest fight is Wilder AJ Wilder, right? People, you could come up with a million excuses why it shouldn't happen, but you're preventing the biggest fight in the heavyweight division. Unless you can name me a bigger fight, then what are we really talking about? What are we talking about? You know, is there some mystical, I'm talking about ready-made right now, they could put it on pay-per-view and it would outsell, right now, it will outsell Joshua Wilder. Name one heavyweight fight. Name one heavyweight fight that right now, if it were to happen, would outsell Wilder versus Joshua. Ego, you had that dude that called in, talk about his feeling. He was crying. I didn't know what to expect, but he called in. He was crying. He was crying in there. I had that man crying on the phone. Ooh, he came in all huff and puff. Like, who are you, the big bad wolf or something? Let's talk. Yeah. Oh, you don't want to give Triple G credit, man. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, first of all? He was in there crying. He was crying in there. These dudes be, man, you better hope, y'all better hope that I prolong me getting my phone lines. Because, you know, I'm going to do the phone line. See, y'all think it's going to be some different shit. It's just going to be more entertaining. It's going to be more savage. Because you could huff and puff and raise your voice and yell, you know, all that type of shit. We want to hear answers. We want to hear your side. You know, you talk, you never give Triple G's credit. Like a little kid or something. Let's talk. What are you talking about? After every point I make, he was like, nah. I'm telling you, you don't want to do this. Because if you don't know what you are talking about, you will get backed into a corner. You know, these dudes always come with these allegations. And then we put them on the stand. We put them in the hot seat. And then they start getting hit with questions they didn't even expect. And they're like, oh, nah, I didn't mean it like that. The dude tried to tell me, he said something to the effect of, nah, you don't give Triple G his credit. I said, name something that Triple G has done that I have not shown credit to. And he was like, yeah, but Triple G, he has the most title defenses since Bernard Hopkins. And I was like, he doesn't have a resume like Bernard Hopkins. You know, it's not even comparable. And it sounded like he was trying to argue at first. And then I shut him down. I was like, who'd he beat? Bernard Hopkins beat Kelly Pavlik, John David Jackson, etc. And I was like, name Triple G's best win non-controversially. And he was like, Jacobs. I said non-controversially, like where there's no controversy. Listen, we'll do it. You know what? Y'all got me hyped. Let's do it right now. No, I was on DBN. Listen. Who has Triple G beat that you would consider is elite with no controversy attached? He just schooled them, and, you know, all reasonable fans would be like, Triple G got that. Let's do the same question right here. I'm waiting. Name a fighter you feel is elite, you know, potential future Hall of Famer, or just really good for this division, or really good for this era that Triple G has beat and there was no controversy attached as to who won. Who? See, they say, this is what I'm talking about, people. They say I'm hating, but then never answer the question. They can never answer what is being asked. It's a simple question. Triple G never fought Andy Lee. So that doesn't even make sense. So you see, they got to make up people. He didn't fight Andy Lee. He didn't fight Bruce Lee, Brandon Lee, Andy Lee, Sarah Lee. He didn't fight none of them. What are you talking about? I'm waiting. He said, I'm a Triple G fan and absolutely nobody. Greg Gardner, $5 super chat. Ego, your impressions are hilarious. LOL, especially when it's Triple G. Ha ha ha. You stay real and keep up the good work. Thank you. Appreciate you. Shout out to you for the super chat. Damn, the shooters be. I can't even tell the shooters. They just know who to clap. They just. Oh shit. He was like that. I couldn't even say nothing to dude. Listen, why won't you guys answer these simple questions? Name somebody, future Hall of Famer, really good for this era, someone you consider elite that Triple G beat with no controversy. There is no doubt, like, you know, all reasonable people would have only Triple G winning. All reasonable, and because I know there's fights where, you know, a couple lunatics watch it in slow motion. Shout out to Ricky Samuel, $5 super chat. Thank you. Ego, get the line. Why y'all did that to that man on DBN? I'm still laughing. Had the man crying. He was crying in there. Listen, don't call all like Big Bad Wolf if you don't know what you're talking about. You know. And then he went back in the comment section talking about I killed. He came in my comment section yesterday and he was talking about I killed Ego in the debate. You were crying. How did you kill me and you were the one shedding crocodile tears? What? How? You know, see, they say stuff that they know nobody believes. Yeah, I destroyed Ego. Okay, I got destroyed. Man, like, motherfucker, do you know who I am? If I got destroyed like that on a live stream, I'm sure it would be more talked about than that. You know, like, oh, damn, he was getting with Ego. You know, people know me in the boxing game. That would have been, if I got really ripped, like, badly, you know, like when MGK got that kill shot, you know, they would be like, damn, you know, somebody would have talked about it. Shout out to Cali Enigma, $5 super chat. Do your Triple G impersonation of beat P up. I don't know what you're talking about. Y'all drunk? Ego, congrats on the subs. Damn, thank you. I appreciate it. Someone said, how about Vanas Model Roasted? Y'all trolling. That's what I'm saying. If I got kill shotted, then y'all would know it. And I ain't heard nothing. Man, there'd be dudes making videos about me. I don't watch that bullshit. Oh, I expose Ego, the truth told about Ego. Why am I still growing and you're not? You know what I'm saying? Like, this don't even make sense. Listen, it don't matter who you are. If you get exposed, you get exposed. You know, that would be damaging. But these dudes be like, yeah, I exposed Ego. I exposed him for what he really is. Then why do I continue to grow over here? Why is Ego's army just getting stronger? What did I get exposed with? Like how do you get exposed and nothing happened? You do better. That doesn't even make sense. No, if someone gets exposed for, like, let's say Roseanne's tweet, she got exposed for, you know, being racist or whatever, you know, whatever. She lost her show as a result of that. You know? How you get exposed but then you do better? That doesn't even make sense. This is my best year on YouTube. And they talking about, yeah, this is the truth behind Ego getting exposed. Okay. Like, what? I mean, where's this expose? Like, what happened? Like, I don't get it. But hey, whatever. They just gonna say whatever to make them so. Matt Selesky made Jacobs look bad, I thought. Yeah, he made him look real bad when he got knocked down. No, he's just a good. Listen, a lot of you guys get hyped up because you don't know who the guys are. So when they do better than what you projected them to, you make this into this extraordinary deal. You know, Selesky actually knocked out my dude Hugo Centeno Jr., who Jamal Charlo just knocked out. Shit funny because I seen a video where some dude said Ego was hacking YouTube. I don't even know what that means, but like, I mean, they say all types of shit. Oh, you bought subs. Okay, buy the hotel room that I was in New York. You know what I'm saying? It's on my Instagram. I can show y'all right now. You don't, if you buy subs, that's bots and robots and shit. That won't influence. If anything, that can get your channel closed. If you buy subscribers, that could get your channel closed. You know, you can't tamper with views and stuff like that. You better read the YouTube community guidelines. So even if you bought subs, it does nothing for you because you're gonna have a fake number and you're not gonna have money. So, you know, people say all this stupid shit. Once again, notice all these dudes that worry about other people and pocket watch, you know, worried about how much money the next person gets or whatever. Oh, look at Ego's super chats. Look at this super chat. Like, that don't get you nothing. They ain't your super chats. Hey, it is what it is. I saw a video. Guy Ego bought subs. He claimed Ego bought subs. But where are they? Where are their subs at? They're the ones that actually need to buy subs because they ain't doing no work. I thought we was talking boxing. Why people hating on you and your subs? I thought you should leave. If you don't like the conversation, leave. James Brown, do like the real James Brown. Spin around, turn around, and leave. We don't care what you're talking about. This is not your stream. If this is not your cup of tea, then go drink coffee. Go get some water on another channel. We're not like these dudes steadily. You gonna learn one day. You're not coming onto my stream and redirecting traffic. Who are you? You know, trying to detour. No. Go that way. Like, who are you, the police? Like, you know what I'm saying? You just come and we supposed to reroute. Hey, you keep talking about wrestling for 3 minutes. Why are you talking about wrestling? These dudes is weird. I've been on for 2 hours. I talk about a movie or wrestling or, you know, hate mail. And, okay, let's get back to boxing. You get back to boxing. You get the fuck out of here. How about that? New media, gang. How about that? Before you get piled on by Ego's army. Straight beta male shit, man. And the thing I never understood is this. If you don't like the conversation, it's not like I have a gun to anybody's head. Like, yeah, listen to my shit. You don't have to be here. It is so easy to remove yourself from it. I told y'all, if y'all tell me you're leaving as opposed to just leaving, you will be blocked so you stay gone. Because that's corny to me. That you would have to inform the whole audience watching that you personally are leaving when nobody would have noticed had you just dipped out. None of us would have been paying. We would have been talking about boxing, Joshua Povetkin, but it's like you're trying to make a scene. So we're going to help you make that scene. We're going to help sure you get seen, and my shooters are going to finish him, and we'll get you out of there. It's like that's one of the most beta male moves that they do is when they tell you they're leaving or unsubscribing as opposed to just doing it. Because I'm a grown-ass man. And when I want something, I go after it. When I want something like Nike, like Colin Kaepernick teaming up with Nike, I believe in it, I stand by it, and I just do it. If I need to leave, then I'm leaving. You know, ain't nobody. If I'm at a house party and the shit sucks, I'm leaving. I got my own whip. Even if I didn't, you know, I'll get an Uber or something. These dudes rather talk about it. See, that's what I'm saying. This channel's bogus, man. You suck, dude. This is the worst channel on YouTube. I'm unsubscribing. Like, you just looking for attention. Hate this channel, man, but you here. I'm unsubscribing. I'm just letting you know. This is not a job. You don't have to put your 2 weeks in. Just leave. Bounce. I'm good with that. Eagles Army, we still here. We still rapping. We still talking this boxing. Maya's still in here. EVE still in here. Darnell, that's a good idea. I like that. We gonna do that. I like that. Toasty. We about to do that. Yeah, that's basically it for the boxing. I can't think of anything else. Oh, Mayweather Pacquiao. Listen, my thoughts are this. It's too much money to not do it, you know. I would do it, you know. If a guy already beat, get 9 figures to fight him again. I just don't want it to compromise any other fight. If it doesn't, then I'm cool with it. I'm not tripping. You know, boxing has been good though. It's been good to us this year. So to me, I just look at it as like an extra fight. It's just an extra fight. It's not, you know, neither guy's probably gonna stick around and do work at the welterweight division, fight Crawford and Sean Porter and Spence and all that. But you know, something to watch. A lot of people, old media especially, they're fake. They lie. Who wants to watch this money grab? They've been saying the same shit about Floyd, right? Oh my God, I'm about to put these boys on Front Street. They say, oh, who the fuck wants to watch Mayweather McGregor? And then it's the second highest grossing fight of all time. So obviously somebody want to watch it. If Mayweather McGregor sits behind Mayweather Pacquiao, they say, oh, Mayweather Pacquiao, it's 5 years too late. 5 years too late. But then it's the #1 grossing fight of all time. You see how they keep doing it? These are clearly lies. You're like, oh, Mayweather lost to Maidana. So he says, okay, I'm going to rematch him. And they're like, fuck you. Why didn't you fight Amir Khan? Nobody wants to see Maidana again. RLM, you hating and putting all them boxing gloves, you about to get blocked. Nobody's trying to see this, all them boxing gloves and shit. You hating. Mayweather Canelo. Okay, listen, I want to see Mayweather Canelo at 154. How about that? Because that's the only way. Hey, the streets is death row right now. I see people getting blocked. Listen, these hating ass motherfuckers keep talking about Mayweather needs to fight Canelo. They're so all over the place. It's so fucking funny. New media. Let me break this down. I'm going to explain to you what's happening. The same people, a lot of them that are saying Mayweather should fight Canelo at 160, right? Some of them are the same people that said Canelo lost to Golovkin in both fights. So, in your mind, you think Canelo lost Golovkin 1 and Golovkin 2, yet for some reason you have this fascination with seeing Floyd, who already schooled up Canelo and beat him decisively, move up in weight at age 41. But why do you want to see that if you felt Canelo lost to Triple G? This is what I'm talking about, people. They try to have it both ways. They want their cake and eat it too. They claim Canelo lost to Triple G, but they want to see. So in your mind, he's the loser of 2 fights. So in your mind, he lost his last 2 fights, but you want to see Mayweather, instead of fighting Pacquiao and making more money, you want to see him fight a guy who lost 2 fights because that's what you said. See how stupid that is? Pacquiao at least got a stoppage and looked good in his last fight. But in your mind, Canelo really should have lost twice to Golovkin. Yet the same people that believe Canelo lost both Golovkin fights, a lot of them are saying that Mayweather should come to 160 for Canelo. Beyond that, why the fuck, if you beat somebody fair and square, no controversy. CJ Ross tried to make it controversial with her weak ass draw scorecard, but everyone knows what happened in that fight. Why would you have to concede weight and give weight advantage to Canelo? Make that make sense. And the lines are open. Tell me. Why? Mayweather already beat him fair and square, decisively. So at 41, why should Canelo get a rematch, right? At his weight class. Oscar Rios. There. Oh, okay, we about to do a hot seat. I can feel it. There's no bigger fight in the U.S. than what? There's no bigger fight in the U.S. than what? And you still didn't answer the question. All right, we got a hot seat coming. I can feel it. They want to leave these stupid comments. Your boy Ego got to go to work. All right. We'll see. Mayweather versus Pacquiao. Yeah. Conveniently you say that. Listen, I'm still waiting. We got an open hot seat. Somebody explain to me why a man beats a guy convincingly and he needs to give up weight advantage to go to his weight. Kell Brook tried the same thing, right? Errol Spence beat him, made him take a knee like Kaepernick, and then Errol Spence got called out by Kell Brook, and Kell Brook was like, come to me weight, come to 154. And Errol Spence was like, I'll fight you if you get a title, if you make some noise at 54. But why should I move up to 54 for you when I already beat you and you have no title because you beat Rabchenko? You know, it doesn't even make sense. So, once again, why should Mayweather give up weight advantage to a guy he already beat decisively? See, this is what I'm talking about. It's all emotion with a lot of these guys. They just want to say it. They rather say it. They know it don't make no goddamn sense, but they want to say it because they're not anticipating new media. They're not anticipating people like me to challenge what they're saying with logic. That's why. Yeah, he stopped Kell Brook too. That's a good addition. And to be honest, the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight was more competitive than the Canelo fight. You could have gave Pacquiao more rounds than you could have gave Canelo. So, you know, the money fight is with Pacquiao. And they're in the same weight class, and they're both, you know, not the biggest welterweights. No, Mayweather's not challenging Canelo, but hating ass fans because Golovkin lost and because they think Canelo will do so much better in the rematch, they're saying that Mayweather should move up to 60 and fight 160 to fight Canelo instead of fighting Pacquiao because they know that Mayweather has a strong chance of beating Pacquiao and he's going to rob the bank again and get 9 figures. They don't like that. So they want to, you know, they want him to get less money and be at more of a disadvantage in weight and fight the improved Canelo. You know, and the funny thing is, I think Floyd could beat Canelo at 160 because he's still going to be more agile, and Canelo has stamina issues. I still think he can beat him at 160, but it doesn't make sense. Why would he have to give up? No catch weight at 157. Okay, why doesn't Canelo come back to 154 then? Fight at the full 154. He's younger than Floyd. Floyd would still be moving up. You know, why would the known loser get all the perks? You guys sound stupid. The known loser, he gets to fight closer to his weight, knowing Floyd is small. You know, they want him to lose so bad that they don't care if it makes sense. Just like when your motherfucker said he need to fight Triple G, because you want him at the biggest deficit you could think of. That's it. Just keep it a buck. Just say I hate that motherfucker and I want him to lose. So, you know, whoever I think has the best chance of doing it, no matter what the weight. You know, next thing you know, it's going to be Floyd need to fight Wilder versus Fury winner. You know, it just sounds stupid. It sounds desperate. Unless Mayweather wants to win in another division. Yeah, but at age 41, why would you, you know, now you decide you want to win in another division? Like, since when do we need to see rematches for fights that were one-sided? Like, really? Like, let's really be honest. And I'm all the way consistent. I told you, like, that's why I'm like, Joshua should fight Wilder. You know, I'm not like saying, oh, Joshua needs to fight Dillian White. Way more. You know, because Joshua already decisively beat Dillian White. Now, the difference is Dillian White, he's climbed up the rankings again. And they're in the same division already. Shout out to Australia. I see you guys. Much love from California. So, I'm still waiting for one good reason why you should beat a guy decisively. You could arguably give Floyd 10, 11 rounds out of that Canelo fight. Some people might even have a shutout. I don't know. So I'm trying to understand, and I'm waiting for an answer still. See, they want to say it, but they don't want to answer. Why would Floyd have to, at 41, concede the weight advantage and give Canelo a weight that he should be more comfortable with making than Floyd, when he got shut out basically in the first fight? You know, why doesn't Canelo make 54? See, they don't say stuff like that because they know that would put Canelo at a deficit if he has to drop pounds. But they don't want they want Canelo at like full strength and, you know, comfortable. But then they want Floyd to be uncomfortable. It's that simple. And like I said, y'all motherfuckers sound like haters. Sound like you hating. Okay, here. Let's make the rematch at 54. Y'all complain about the catch weight. Let's see Mayweather versus Canelo at 154. You know, Canelo might get stopped. All right, go to 54. He'll probably get stopped. You fought at 164.5, 160, and then 160. And you mean to tell me you're going to drop down and make 54 when you had to weigh in naked versus Liam Smith to make 54? Okay, go over there. And then when he gets stopped, y'all make another excuse. Okay. Y'all, some of y'all really do not know boxing, and it's funny. Canelo looked like death's door when he was fighting Liam Smith, and he had to drop that extra pound. He couldn't fight at Canelo weight at 155 because it was for Liam Smith's title, which was the only selling point. Gunner forever. That's not reasonable. You said that's not even reasonable. What? What's not reasonable? What's not reasonable? I'm about to put one of y'all on the hot seat because y'all are just saying whatever. So what's not reasonable? Gunner forever. What's not reasonable? Canelo KO Liam Smith. No shit. I covered the boxing. I know. All right, Gunner forever. You in the hot seat. You said 154. He can't make that weight. So how's it reasonable for fans to request Floyd at 41 and he convincingly beat Canelo to move up to 160 when he fought guys like Conor McGregor, and he fought like who else did he fight? He fought someone, I think Canelo, and he barely weighed like 148, 149 and shit. No, you're not asking the questions. You in a hot seat. So in your okay. Once again, let me re-ask the question. In your mind, is reasonable for the victor from the first fight who schooled the other guy for him to move up 2 weight classes at age 41? That's perfectly reasonable, right? Knowing that he's little and that he doesn't really rehydrate to no ridiculous amounts of weight. But it's unreasonable for the younger Canelo who lost and is the B-side to come down in weight. Okay, strike one. He said that Floyd is challenging Canelo. The fight should be at 160. Strike one. You failed to answer the question. Do you not understand the question? If he's challenging Canelo, then yes. Strike two. You have one more opportunity to answer the question. How is it reasonable that the B side gets everything in their favor? Why wouldn't he not be able to call that shot when he clearly beat Canelo? You have one more response to answer that question. If you say anything else other than a direct response, my shooters is on you. His name is Gunner Forever. We'll see who's the Gunner Forever, because I got real gunners and these shooters, they ain't playing. You have one time to respond. You keep saying he needs to go up to 160. So you said it's unreasonable for Canelo to come down in weight, and he's the B side and he lost. So why is it reasonable that the A side, who already won possibly a shutout, he jumps up 2 weight classes at 41? How is that reasonable? Answer me this. Block him. I'm not even reading the rest. Listen, I'm not even reading the rest. That's an L. He refuses to answer the question because he knows he is trapped. He knows he has no answer for it from a logical. Oh my gosh. Don DeMarco, I told you, these guys can't debate. They can't debate because you know the answer. You know there is no good rational answer. So that's why he kept saying, hey, answer me this. Hey, but what about this? No, answer the basic question that I just asked. They want to hate so bad, I told y'all. They want to hate so bad. So it's perfectly reasonable to expect a guy who has 21 years in the sport, undefeated, 41 years old, beat the hell out of Canelo the first time, arguably pitched a shutout. It's reasonable for that 41-year-old to move up 2 weight classes, with hand injuries and something. He needs to move up 2 weight classes to prove something to a guy he already beat. But it's unreasonable for the younger, strong Canelo to move back to 154, and shave some when he's the B side. Y'all gotta learn how to argue. They know this shit don't make sense. Anybody want to pick off where he left off? How is it reasonable? How is it reasonable that the guy who won don't get no leverage? He got to go up to other man's land. You know what I'm saying? Dudes are stupid. It's not even that he lost. It's not like he lost close. He got destroyed. Canelo looked horrible in there. Yeah, that was Canelo's worst performance to date. Worse than both Golovkin fights. Worse than Erislandy Lara. That was literally his worst performance. Name a Canelo fight where he did worse than Mayweather. I'll wait. We'll do another hot seat. Name a performance where he looked worse than he did in the Mayweather fight. Once again, no answers. All right, you in the hot seat. The Young Gunner 931. Please explain how he beat Lada and you say he looked worse in the Lada fight. So his argument, we got a hot seat, grab your popcorn. He's trying to tell me that Canelo looked worse in the Erislandy Lara fight than he did in the Mayweather fight. So please explain your side. I tell you, they want to say whatever. Lotta pushed him, and you know that. I didn't say nothing. Strike one. I never said it wasn't a good fight. I never said it wasn't competitive. I said what fight did Canelo look worse? You're claiming he looked worse in the Lotta fight. So please explain. Explain how he looked worse in the totality of 12 rounds versus Lotta than he did versus Mayweather. I'm telling you guys, these dudes, I'm just collecting bodies. The bone collector. He said because Lotta pushed him back. Floyd pushed Canelo back. Strike one. These dudes just be saying whatever. I love it. I love it. And Floyd engaged with Canelo for 12 rounds. Lotta didn't. Lotta did retreat a lot in the second half, and Lotta was getting his body fucked up by Canelo. Floyd wasn't getting his body destroyed by Canelo. In fact, Floyd got better as the fight went on. In the 11th round was when Canelo punched the ropes like that wildly and missed, and Floyd was like had his hands down and everything. Ego getting the hearse full, bro. Hey, these dudes, because they want to argue stupid shit. Lotta threw effective combos when they engaged. Strike two. You got one more chance. You're not telling me. We're comparing two fights. You said Canelo looked worse. How did he look worse? You have yet to see how they skirt around the issue. You have yet to tell me how he looked worse. You're telling me what Lotta did. I'm not saying Lotta did horrible, Lotta did bad. You said Canelo looked worse. You said Canelo looked worse versus Mayweather. So explain that. You have not even said nothing about the Mayweather fight. 10 seconds, because it sounds like you trolling. 8 seconds. We not playing. 7 seconds. You better hurry up. 6 seconds. You got to do something, baby. 5 seconds. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. 1 second. What's your final answer? I'm saying the things he did to Canelo to make him adjust. Is that a strike three? If that's a strike three, everybody put your L's up so we can continue. Nobody said Lotta and Canelo. Lotta didn't do good. I said the question was, did Canelo look better or worse in those two fights? You said he looked worse in the Lotta fight, which is absolute. Shooters, get rid of him. The fans vote. Fans vote. Get rid of him. You said he looked worse in the Lotta fight than he did in the Mayweather fight. And in the Mayweather fight, he lost almost all the rounds. In the Lotta fight, he did good in the second half. He didn't lose every single fucking round. You know, and he was beating up Lotta's body, making him retreat. He didn't do that to Floyd. These dudes be saying whatever. Shout out to Hamza. Hamza couldn't wait to clap you. They really just say whatever, trying to make a point. We gonna school him though. Shout out to Lamar Gugis, $10 super chat. I agree that Mayweather shouldn't give Canelo because he beat him more rounds than anyone. But if I did, I would say because of his improved fight with Lotta and others noteworthy wins, a rematch is open. Yeah, but why would you concede? That no one's answering the question. Without a doubt, Canelo versus Mayweather is probably a better fight. You know. Just because, okay, you say Canelo has this crazy weight advantage, see what he's learned, you know, it might be a better fight. But Pacquiao looked good in his last fight. It makes more money. So who's going to do that? You know, why would you concede that? Period. Why would you concede weight with a guy you already beat? You know, bottom line, y'all want to see Floyd at a disadvantage. Just say it. You know, you want to see him at the maximum disadvantage because you know he's the most skilled, and that's the only way someone has a shot to possibly beating him is if he's at a max disadvantage, like in weight, you know, and someone's power gets to him or some shit. And I still think, and I'm being real, I think Floyd could beat him at 160. I don't know what he walks around with, but it's probably closer to 160. I think he'd still beat him. He would just be, it would be more of a defensive Floyd, you know? because he's not going to be sitting there and trade. He's going to get in and out and just do his work. Floyd can't handle at no 154 to 160. What does that even mean? Floyd can't handle at no. What does that mean? That fight's not gonna happen anyway. I don't see it happening. He wasn't in Tokyo with Canelo, you know. These dudes be so fake. They want to hate so bad. Okay, so Canelo should go to 168 and fight Andre Ward. See, they don't want shit like that. That's only one weight class. No, actually, he should go to 175 and fight Andre Ward. He's younger than Floyd. Mosquito, don't even bother. He don't know shit. He hating. Look, these dudes hating. T&J Ayala, he said he should fight Crawford and Spence. These dudes, they mad Floyd about to get this money. Okay, so Canelo should go up to 175. Canelo is younger and stronger than Floyd, right? So why does he go to 175 to fight Andre Ward in a comeback fight? Y'all want Floyd at 41 to move up 2 weight classes for a guy he already beat. Why don't y'all want Canelo to move up 2 weight classes when he's younger and he's supposed to be stronger? Why don't he? Okay, Canelo, see, I don't want people going around quoting like, oh, Ego said Canelo should fight. I'm just using your logic. I'm using your logic against you. Why doesn't Canelo move up to one? He's a champion at 160. He has most belts at 160. Move up to 175, light heavyweight, and to fight Andre Ward. If you're expecting a 41-year-old to move up 2 weight classes for a guy he already beat, why can we not expect Canelo Alvarez to move up to 175 to fight Andre Ward? You're missing the point, Daniel Tapia. He said Canelo has no business in 174. What the fuck? So why do y'all want Floyd Mayweather to fight at 160? Daniel Tapia. So why should Floyd fight at 160 then? Hey, block the T&J Ayala. I thought he was already blocked. Block him. Block him. Someone blocked him and unblocked him. Just get rid of him. Oh my God, Hamza is a beast. He said they never want their hopes top to be in a similar disadvantage. We know what time it is. Exactly. Hamza just outlined it. They don't say, no one's saying that Lomachenko needs to move up to fucking 147 to fight Terrence Crawford or Errol Spence because they know. No one's saying that. No one's even saying Lomachenko should move up 1 weight class and fight Regis Prograis. You want the man to lose, so you want to see him at max disadvantage. Like my shooter Hamza said, we know what time it is. Y'all beating around the bush. Nobody's expecting the younger, strong Canelo to move up to 175 to fight Andre Ward. They would say this is ridiculous. This is fucking bullshit. Why is because you know what the fuck would happen. Floyd actually has a chance against Canelo at 160. He really does. I think he would probably beat him. Even at this age. Canelo has no shot against Andre Ward at 175. That's why they don't want to see it. That's why they didn't want to see Triple G at 168, 1 division above with Andre Ward, because y'all have these favorites and you never want to see them in a similar disadvantage. You don't care if Rigondeaux moves up and fights Lomachenko 2 divisions higher, but you don't want Lomachenko to move up and fight Crawford. No. He don't get to move up and fight him. Because they want to laugh at Rigondeaux and say, aha, you quit. You blamed it on your hand. Look at you. You begged for the fight and got what you asked for. But they don't want to see what happens if Lomachenko moves up 2 weight classes, fights Crawford. We know the game, man. Lamar Gugis, $10 super chat. Thank you. That's a good question. Weight is a bit over the limit because Canelo didn't earn the right to get that advantage. Canelo might have won 5 or more fights like Lada or Triple G, but not enough to get a 160 fight. He's not the A side though. He's not the A side against hold on. Hey, y'all tripping in the conversation. Hold on. I'm trying to read. He said Ward would lose to Canelo. Come on, bro. You trolling. Yeah, Kovalev didn't lose to Canelo. But, I mean, Kovalev didn't. I mean, Ward didn't lose to Kovalev, but Canelo was going to beat him. Canelo didn't knock out Triple G. So what's he going to do? He going to knock out Ward 2 divisions higher? These dudes is... This makes us look great. I'm not even tripping. This makes us look better because it just shows us the radical nature of their comments. Nobody believes you. You need more people. The motherfucker said Canelo would beat Ward. Okay, how's he win? Decision? He gets a decision? That man Canelo would be born ready in a body bag if he moved up to 75 and fought Andre Ward. You sound stupid. And I like Canelo, you know what I'm saying? I like the way he scraps, but that's not even realistic. You just saying whatever you want. You know, we got to be real. Because, I don't even know if Canelo would beat Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez. That's a hard fight just because of the size differential, especially with Canelo's stamina. Ward would abuse Canelo's body. He would have the natural weight advantage, more experience above 168 and 175. Canelo would probably get stopped. Straight up. We don't even know if Canelo could beat Charlo and Jake. Listen, I'm out. I'm done. These dudes are just too radical right now. They just saying, whatever, smash the like button. I hate Darnell Slater. He said Andre Ward would get charged with a hate crime against Canelo at 175. That's what I'm saying. These dudes aren't even realistic. So Chad Dawson, the light heavyweight, gets slept by Andre Ward. But Canelo's going to move up from 160 to 15 pounds. And he's going to... Come on, man. And he hasn't even had his stamina sorted. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Daniel Tapia. Learn how to comprehend. If you can't do that, this is not the right channel for you. He says, wait, you don't think Canelo could beat Charlo or Jacob? All concerned. I said we don't know if he could beat them. Yeah, they both have a shot to be. So you mean to tell me that neither Jacob, if he gets past his next fight, or Jamal Charlo has no chance at Canelo to beat Canelo at 160? Is that honestly what you're telling me? We might have another hot seat, y'all. And notice the names and the faces of the people doing the most hating. Daniel Tapia. So in your brain, Charlo and Jacobs have no chance versus Canelo. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Because you sounded so shocked that I said we don't know if Canelo beats Jacobs or if he beats Charlo. So that means to me that you must believe the opposite, that they don't have an opportunity to beat Canelo. So we're waiting on you, Tapia. Now he want to back off the blocks. He said, oh, you right. Never mind. See? Every time that hot seat come out, people don't want it. I didn't say he absolutely would beat both of them, but they definitely have a chance to beat Canelo. They fight nothing like Golovkin. Jacobs knows how to, he has a jab. He's athletic. He hits hard. You know, see, look at the Peter Quillen fight. Peter Quillen's now at a higher division and didn't get knocked out, you know. So Jacobs knocked him out. And Jacobs also knocked out Caleb Truex, who then moved up in weight and beat James DeGale, arguably beat him twice. I was at the second fight. You know, it was close. Jacobs knocked him out. And then he would later become a champion, and later a champion in a weight class above. See, y'all don't know boxing. I'm out. I feel like I'm dropping too many gems. You know, these dudes backing off the block too, acting like. See, you guys got to learn how to curb the emotional response to boxing. See, I don't know if I'm just emotionless or whatever, a cyborg, but I can compartmentalize what I feel with reality. You know, I can like a fighter, but at the same time, you know, I can be honest with myself. These dudes can't do that. A lot of people, it's just emotional. What? You think Charlo or Jacobs could beat Canelo? Absolutely, they could possibly beat Canelo. Didn't say they 100% will beat him, but they definitely have a shot. They both definitely have a shot. In fact, I would favor both of them to beat Canelo, to be honest. At 160, Triple G has no defense. Jacobs definitely has a better defense and he's faster than Triple G. So that's already a different fight. Jacobs is actually taller, and y'all were complaining about how much he rehydrated too. So he's taller than Triple G, and Triple G was much taller than Canelo. So you know Jacobs is going to be much taller. Jacobs himself said, "I'll stop Canelo." Listen, once again, Canelo's not 5'9". He's listed at 5'9". He's not 5'9". I stood right next to him. He's not 5'9". Trust me. And Mayweather's not 5'9" either. But I think it says that on BoxRec. Been next to both of them. Anyway, the thing is, you don't have to take my opinions. Push for these fights. I would love to see it. These are all great fights. I would support it. Golden Boy, Matchroom, whoever. Jacobs versus Canelo, make it happen. I would much rather see that than David Lemieux. So let's get it popping. There's nothing to talk about. You feel how you feel, I feel how I feel. Lamar Gugis, $10 super chat. Let's talk facts. Canelo had a hard time hurting Triple G. I don't believe that. Canelo's short arms fell short on hitting Triple G. Triple G is 5'10", Canelo's 5'7", quote, small. Also, Canelo has fast hands with slow feet. I agree with portions of that, but I think he hurt Triple G in both fights. So I don't know what that part was about. But he's gonna be at a major height deficit versus Charlo and also what's the name? Listen, hold on. Let me see if I can find this shit. Y'all ready for this? Hold on. Hold on. I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to show y'all. 1 second, y'all. Look at this picture. Y'all see that picture? That was from years ago. Look how fucking big Jermall Charlo is next to Canelo. And I know it's not about just size, because I know people, but Liam Smith was tall. Yeah, but Liam Smith is no fucking Jermall Charlo. Liam Smith would get iced by Charlo, in my opinion. When Jermall was at 54 and he did what he did with J-Rock, that Charlo would have beat Liam Smith, This is not like Jaime Munguia and all that. Like, this, Liam Smith would have got destroyed, in my opinion, by Charlo. Look at Jermall Charlo and Jermell. They're both bigger than Canelo. Look how big he is. Look at his shoulders are right here, and Canelo's shoulders are like, Canelo's not that tall. Look at Jermell bigger. Now, this is a couple years ago. I think Canelo Kirkland or somewhere, maybe around there. Hey, you wildin'. He took beefy and turned it to vegan. Listen, if y'all don't believe me, go petition for the fights. Tell Golden Boy and Bernard Hopkins, hey, we heard what you said about Charlo got to do more, but we ready for the fight now. Canelo's a champion. His mandatory is Jermall Charlo, and we know that he's going to destroy. See, this is what I'm talking about with boxing. They'll say Canelo's going to destroy this Charlo's. What has Charlo really done? But they don't push for the fight. They accept it when Bernard Hopkins says that, oh, why should Canelo do him a favor? Oh, maybe because this is mandatory. People want to pick and choose when the mandatory is relevant. You know, but they don't push for these fights. They're not happy to see it. I'm happy to see it. If Canelo beats Charlo, wow, you the man. If Charlo beats Canelo, wow, you're the man. It's that simple with me. I just want to know who wins, and then I'll give whoever is the victor props. Wilder Joshua, if AJ knocks out Wilder, bam, wow, you the dude. If Wilder knocks out AJ, man, wow, you the man. America's got one. It's that simple. But these dudes want to condone like ducking and avoiding and not petition for these fights. But then they want to just talk about it in the comments section. There ain't nothing to talk about. If you think that Canelo easily dispatches of Charlo, then that's an easy way to get some recognition beyond the Golovkin fight, because I don't really want to see a trilogy. But this man Charlo, both of them, but Jamal's in his division, and he's much bigger than Canelo. And this was years ago. He's probably bigger, like mass-wise, you know what I mean, just broader and stronger, and he's done more since that picture was taken. Like this, that was before the J-Rock fight. You know, his confidence should be at an all-time high. He's destroying certain guys. Hugo Centeno, I was at that fight. That was a bad knockout. Him and his brother probably motivating each other also. So if you, instead of acting shocked, oh, you think Jacobs has a shot to beat Canelo? Push for the fight. Those are brilliant fights for Canelo. So push for them. Instead of just trying to make it like I'm crazy because I think Jacobs and Charlo have a chance to definitely beat him. But instead, we'll probably get Canelo versus David Lemieux, which is a safer option. Don't get me wrong, David Lemieux has power, but he's closer in size to Canelo. And at the end of the day, we've seen how to beat him a couple times. If you box and move well, you can beat him. So let's see. Listen, for Triple G, Canelo, that's all I got to say. It'll be very interesting to see who they decide, you know. And I'm not saying he has to fight him right away, but I'm talking about these fans if fans are making it sound like Charlo, what has he done? Who's he get beat? Who's he beat and all this? And he making it like he's like easy work, then why not fight him right away? Because that's an easy fight that'll get you recognition. All right. I got one more hot seat. Oh, my shooters already got to him. Canelo has a granite chin. You tripping. That's what he said, but he got blocked already. All right, I'm tripping. Push for the fight. So we can look to not see David Lemieux then. We could see, just jump straight into, because Canelo, it's easy work, right? So we should see Canelo versus Charlo or Jacobs Derevyanchenko winner next. Right? That's what you guys are telling me. Listen, I'm out. Stream King. We'll pick this up later. But like I said, a lot of these dudes, they say whatever in the comment section, but in the end, they don't want to see these fights. They're not pushing for the fights. They're not going to hold Golden Boy or Canelo or Triple G to the standard in which they're saying. They're making it sound like all these opponents are easy work, but at the same token, they're not trying to see these fights. Stop it. So it's just like Luis Ortiz. I told y'all with him. If I don't care what anyone has to say about except for Wilder, who's actually stepped in with him. Anyone else, I don't really care if they're dissing him or saying it, unless you're gonna fight him next. Not like, oh, I want to fight him in 2019. If you're not trying to fight him next, then it doesn't matter, because I know Luis Ortiz to be a good and sharp fighter, dangerous southpaw. So if you could prove it wrong, you know, and beat him, then that's cool. But let's see it. I told you, it's the same MO. Let's see it. Shout out to Sura. He said the new Black Murderers Row. Absolutely. Lamar Gugis, $10 super chat. I worded it wrong. Triple G was big compared to who Canelo used to fighting. Well, that's true. He had to fight with all he had to beat Triple G. Charlo brothers or Ward Jacobs are big, maybe. Has to fight smart on them. Yeah, but see, and this is the thing. Triple G is, like, you guys have to understand. People keep... Like, it's ridiculous. Like, there's a thin line between, like, man fans and like people who really know what they're talking about with boxing. And I don't know everything. I'm not trying to sound pompous, but what I mean is, like, you have to understand the old proverb is so true. Styles make fights. Styles make fights. Jacobs and Charlo have power, and Triple G has power. But the difference is Jacobs is faster than Triple G. Charlo's faster than Triple G. Charlo's more explosive than Triple G, right? So that alone is automatically a different recipe for Canelo. Yes, Canelo has a good chin, which was evident from a Triple G fight. He has a chin. But Triple G's punches are more telegraphed and slow. Jacobs is explosive. You know, Charlo has explosive power. Athletic, black, rhythmic fighters. You know? So Canelo can get hit with similar power, if not greater power, when you're talking about speed and velocity added to it, and he might not see that. He has a good defense, but he might not see it coming from a guy who's faster than Triple G, more explosive than Triple G, better footwork. Does anyone really believe that Triple G has better slickness or, you know, overall body movement than Jacobs? Head movement, you know? Triple G just kind of plots forward, not that much on the head movement side. So those are all different stylistic fights. You guys are looking at, oh, Triple G's power. Yeah, he has power, but these other guys have athleticism and speed with the power. So that's totally different. That's you know, that alone makes it a totally different fight. And they're not 36. You know, so youth, there's just a different fight. You know, but people try to make it like, oh, fuck no, if he could take Triple G shots, then he could take, not necessarily, because Lucas Matisse, and see, you have to understand this too, Lucas Matisse took Danny Garcia's shots and didn't get stopped, yet Pacquiao stopped him, and Victor Postol was probably a better example, was the first to stop him. There's no way on earth Victor Postol hits harder at 40 than Danny Garcia. However, it's accumulation of things. I'm sure the Danny Garcia war chipped out, taking them hard shots from Garcia all night long, and just being in the war, I'm sure that dented the confidence of Lucas Matisse. So by the time he got in there with Matisse, it was a different fight. We got to understand, Canelo just went through 2 wars where, you know, he got fatigued, and he did get hit with some big shots in certain rounds, you know, as he got colder, right? Or as he got as the fight wore on. So Charlo, his resume doesn't consist of 2 guys at middleweight hitting him hard as fuck like Triple G. You know, a good fighter like Triple G. So he's pretty fresh. Canelo, you know, we don't know. Even though he got past the Triple G fight, we don't know. You know, because getting hit, you're still getting hit. You're still getting hit with those shots. Some of them. Even though he has a good defense, he's getting hit with something, you know? So it's just different fights. Even the Andre Saunders winner, that's a dangerous fight for Canelo. Billy Joe Saunders or Andre. Because whoever wins, you know, unless it's some bullshit, whoever wins, that's a certifiable threat. Both southpaws, slick, you know. Andre's clearly the bigger, taller fighter. Anyway, I'm about to get my coffee. Thank you guys for tuning in. This was a fun one. Make sure you smash the like button. Look at the people doing the most. They keep trying to bait me back in. Julio Lopez says, how is Boo Boo a threat? You don't know shit about boxing. Look at the names, the profile pictures, and the faces of the people doing the most hating in the comment section. Julio Lopez says, how is Boo Boo a threat? Is that really a question? So if Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade beats Billy Joe Saunders, you're going to say that he's not a threat to Canelo? That just means nothing, right? Some of y'all need to log off because you don't know shit about boxing. I just told you, if Saunders wins or Andrade, they're definitely stylistically a major threat. they're not gonna. They don't fight like Golovkin. So even if I had Canelo beating Golovkin, but now we're talking about a whole different puzzle. I'm out. Some of y'all don't know shit about boxing.